Hey guys, Odin Wolf here, back with some more Halo 5 beta footage on the Xbox One, playing some Breakout on the map called Trench, and this was actually a game mode and map that I was really interested in getting in and getting my hands on after seeing some of the early pre-alpha footage. And here we go right off the start. The cinematics and the whole style design around this game mode and this map is really awesome. I love the look and feel, and it's really something that, you know, with the next-gen consoles, and it's something you would expect to see in like a high-tech arena shooter. With the digital floor, and it's really just like a big training grounds type map. And the game mode itself, Breakout, is really well balanced on this map. You can tell it's really what they designed this map around. And as I pick up a kill with the SMG there, we'll talk more about the SMG here shortly, as I've kind of gotten away from liking that gun as much as I said I did in the original video. But we get taken down there as I was kind of unaware of my angle exposure. Got hung out in the middle there in a 2v1, and that's never anything you want to be a part of. So it's really something you need to keep in mind when you're playing on this map, and this game mode is your angles of the way the cover is. They've got just the random blocks and objects in the center of the map that you can get into cover with to get a kill with the pistol there. And I'm really enjoying the pistol, especially on this game mode. I mentioned not liking the SMG as much anymore, and it has a lot to do with me putting some hours into this game mode. I feel like I'm a bit more successful or a bit more useful using the pistol as opposed to the SMG, is because I'm just going head to head with other people using the SMG. I've begun to notice how bad I am with it, and fortunately I'm able to vanquish the other team member there and pick up the win for my team. I'm always a nervous wreck when it comes down to me being the last man standing, because like I've always mentioned, I'm nothing short of terrible on consoles, and with a gamepad it's nothing pretty. So that's one reason why I've kind of adapted a laid-back type play style in this, and it's paid off for me so far. I like to try to keep the center on lockdown and try to peek in and out of cover as much as I can with the pistol, and try to get some longer range shots. Unless we get the numbers in our favor, if we're down to like a 4v2 against the other team, then I feel pretty confident in rushing in and not have to worry about me being a liability for my team. So anyway, like I said, back to the SMG. Going head to head with other players using the SMG, it kind of shows how much I suck with it. So I know I picked up a double kill there with it, but you'll see a clip here towards the end of the video that there's no reason why I should have lost this engagement. But I made a critical mistake here and went for the easy kill on the corner camper, but did not fully check off that right exposure and got shot in the back. So there we go with the grenade kill in the middle. And speaking of grenades, this playing so much Halo 5 recently, and just Halo in general, reminds me of one of the core gameplay mechanics about Halo that just infuriates me, and that is the combination of overshields and grenades. Now I say overshield, it's really just the standard shields, the way you have to take the player's shields down before you start inflicting damage onto their actual character. And just, if you're not confident in your ability to use grenades properly, you're not going to have a good time in Halo. And I love everything about Halo. I love the story, the background. I've always been a Halo fan, but that core aspect of the game itself, where you have to be so dependent and reliable on your grenades, kind of gets on my nerves a little bit. And it's odd because I love Halo so much, and that's such a core mechanic of the game. But that's just my personal opinion on that, and nothing against the game itself. I'm still enjoying it very much. But back to some of the action here. I'm pretty sure that guy was AFK, but we got to take what we can, and we get two back-to-back long shots with the Magnum there. And take note of that guy that was trying to get up there on that balcony. He'll make an appearance here again later on. And that was one of the areas of the map that, not having a lot of playtime and experience on this, I wasn't aware that you could even get up there. So that was a sneaky little spot, and he for whatever reason, all the rounds that I played, he liked to try to keep that area on lockdown. So speaking of, there's a new game mode that was actually released today, Friday, as I'm recording this, so it may be Saturday by the time you're seeing this. But that is the Strongholds game mode that was released. And so far, like I said, this kind of ties back into the mechanics of the grenades and the way those work. As there's old buddy hanging out on the balcony again, and get a long shot on him as well. So anyway, like I said, the Strongholds game mode, it's essentially domination, or a variation of the game mode domination from Battlefield, where the object is to, you have basically I think there's 4 capture points, and you need to own the majority of those, or at least 2 of those, to begin scoring points for your team. And you know, with just the arena style layout of these maps and how small they are, it just becomes a huge grenade spam fest. And if you're anywhere near one of those strongholds, you can expect to have them flying at you from every direction at all times. So I'm not really into that game mode yet, although I haven't spent a whole lot of time on it. But just the early, couple of rounds that I played, that was one thing I noticed and kind of got annoyed with. So I went back to some Breakout, and of course good old Team Slayer, which they mentioned in the patch notes that there was a new map that was created in Forge for Team Slayer that people voted on. Haven't got to play on that map yet, so can't offer any opinion on it, but I look forward to checking it out in the future if I can get in a round with that map loaded. So just getting in rounds is very accomplishing these days in the Halo world. Master Chief Collection has still got abysmal matchmaking from what I've experienced. Tried playing it again the other night and just gave up after about 20 minutes of waiting in the lobby. So now the beta has been somewhat better. I haven't had quite as much problems getting into rounds, but still I think you need to exit all the way out of the lobby after every round if you want to quickly join a different game instead of having to wait for the intermission. Buddy, you showed up in the wrong town with that. He tried to take my teammate down there. I think he did successfully do that, but then he gets an elbow to the face. So I feel pretty good about that because, like I mentioned, my reflexes are just terrible, especially on console. I'm just lucky to hit the right button. So felt pretty good about that one. Getting close to the end of the round here. We're getting them get a nice kill there with the SMG, which I was surprised by. And checking our corners here, switching back to my trusty pistol, but here comes teammate number 2, and I'm able to get him with the SMG as well. So I think that's the best gunplay I've had with the SMG in quite some time. So anyway, I'm really looking forward to the full release of Halo 5. Kind of, like I mentioned, have some issues with some of the core mechanics in the Halo franchise in general, but nonetheless, I still enjoy Halo. It's still one of those things that is near and dear to my heart, and I like the product that they've got so far with the Halo 5 beta. It's definitely a big change from the standard Halo multiplayer that we're all familiar with, especially with the Smart Scope feature and just the overall, art direction and gameplay mechanics-wise. It's still Halo, still got everything you want, but they've just kind of, modernized it a little bit, I guess a better term there. That was the clip I was referring to at the beginning where I just suck with the SMG. So anyway, teammate here is going to bail us out and save my butt. I think he's using the good old assault rifle, which is still probably my go-to in this game because it's just so balanced and very good. So anyway, that's going to wrap it up for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know down in the comments what you think of Breakout so far if you've gotten to play in that, and I look forward to hearing your comments. But anyway, I appreciate it, and I'll catch you next time.